meeting tonight. It is June 22nd. This is our regular meeting. This is the Sunshine Statement, which is the statement of compliance with the Sunshine Law, NJSA 10-4-10. This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act. An adequate notice of this meeting has been provided as required by law. Specifically, the annual notice was emailed to the Westchester Tribune and the Star Ledger on January 5th, 2026. The agenda and resolutions for this meeting are available at livingstonnj.org. Certain portions of this meeting may be closed to the public for the purpose of personnel and/or other matters as outlined in the Sunshine Law. Decisions made and/or discussed in closed session will be made known to the public at a later time. Notice to the members of the governing board and township staff. Any use of electronic devices during this meeting shall be used solely for the purposes of township business, and any communications are subject to the Open Public Records Act. To the extent possible, this evening's Township of Livingston Council meeting will be live streamed via Facebook at https://www.facebook.com/Livingston Township NJ. Questions or comments will also be accepted by emailing livcomments@livingstonNJ.org by 4 p.m. on the day of the meeting and shared with the Township Council before the meeting. Each speaker should follow the rules of order in Livingston Code 2-15.3. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilmember Meinhardt.
Here.
Anthony.
Here.
Vieira.
Present.
Deputy Mayor Buktani.
Here.
Mayor Klein.
Here. Please join me in a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Ron Valentine, will you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Essex County updates. Is Eileen here? I do not see Eileen, so we will move forward from there. It takes us to our proclamations. Oh, okay, no problem. Nothing for announcing. Okay. We have 3 proclamations this evening. The first one is for our History Bowl team. And for those of us who are paying attention at home, you may have noticed that some of these people have been here before. And that is because they keep having so many outstanding achievements that we have to constantly recognize those achievements. And we are excited and happy to do that. So I'm going to ask everyone to come down, and we will call them up and hand out some copies of our proclamation.
Okay, so I get to start with the junior varsity team, which was ranked 2nd in the nation. Kenneth Wu. Congratulations. Okay, Aiden Saju. Congratulations. And Max Silverstein.
That's Matt. All right. Congratulations. Oh, you got it. Okay. Now we can have one more. Okay. Oh, I need to read it. Sorry. All right, let's continue. Hadrian Zhang. Not here. All right, so let's move on to varsity A team. That's ranked 14th in the nation. And I'm going to start with Arav Kaushik. Great job, Arav. And the team, this is an achievement. Congratulations. Right? Congratulations. There you go. Oh, I can give it my way, sorry. Jack Liu. All right.
So congratulations, everyone. Ethan Liu. Not here.
Quite a few of us.
Okay. Avril Bargwaj. I am on a roll.
Got one more shot.
I got one more shot. Is Luke Zhang. Oh.
All right, we'll see. You were Luke, right?
Yes.
Andrew Zoe. 0 for 1. All right. Theodore Zhu. Hey. All right. Oh, congratulations. Congratulations. Thanks. Congratulations. And Rishon Waggle. Nope. All right.
Okay, and we have Hubert Zhang. I'm gonna guess you. Okay. And the coach, Miss Bryn Smith. And we also just want to especially recognize, we have Arav up here already, but he also, this is for you? Okay, good, congratulations. Arav also was the National Academic B champion for the varsity division. Okay, so I just, come on up here. So when we say, and also just for example, so just again, so you were #1 in the nation?
Yes.
Which nation are we talking about here?
Just the United States.
But the whole United States or part of the United States?
No, the whole United States.
So you-
Anyone from any of the states could have competed.
And you came in first place?
Yes.
In the whole country?
I believe so.
Okay. I just want to say, okay, I just want to emphasize this point. It's just incredible what our students achieve. And so I just want to emphasize that appropriately. It's incredible, all right? And also, our varsity junior team, our junior varsity team, came in second in the country. Not part of the country, right? The entire country, right? I mean, that's what we were told. Okay, it's really incredible. So that tells us that, first of all, our varsity team came in 14th and 51st. And Brent, can you come on up here? Can you just tell us, talk about how many teams competed and sort of, it's one thing to say you're first in the country, but how many people are trying to win this thing?
Over 100, right?
Across both divisions.
Yeah, across both divisions, over 100.
Teams? Mm-hmm. With how many people on each team?
Like around 4, maybe
Okay.
5, yeah.
So it's really, it's
It's
really incredible.
a lot of people, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay, good. So, right, so this is an amazing accomplishment, and you guys were up last year, even earlier this year. But we really wanted to bring them back because these are new accolades, and it just shines a light on the quality of the students that we have at our high school, the quality of the people, the dedication they have year in, year out, and we're just impressed and proud of you, and just wanted again to shine a light where it deserves to be shined. So why don't you guys come on over here? Let's get some photos. Does anyone have any comments?
Sure. So first of all, I'd like to thank not just Ms. Bryn Smith for accompanying us, but also all of our teachers at LHS for continuously supporting our academic journeys. A lot of the stuff that we got in competitions, I'm speaking for myself here, but I'm sure everyone else can agree, not just the amazing history teachers at LHS, but across all of our classes, a lot of that stuff has helped us get points in competitions, and we just appreciate how they've also helped us prepare, even if inadvertently, but they've been a huge help throughout our journeys through this competition and helped us get this far and place this high.
All right, wonderful. So why don't we get some photos? I'll put this down. Together, we good? Okay.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Okay. So the next presentation, our town clerk, Carolyn, just told me that this is a presentation on the NJIF Safety Award. I guess that was awarded to the town. Can you speak to that at all? Can you explain what that was for?
I think I'm going to defer to Deputy Manager Russ Jones on that
Okay.
one.
As you may know, in the past, when we were in another JIF, we used to, if we met certain criteria or exceeded certain criteria for the JIF, there were certain safety awards, an A and a B award. Now that we're in the NJIF JIF, this is our second year, so based on our experience last year, we should, I don't know all the criteria, but they notified us that we qualified for their safety award this year. I thought Eric was going to be here tonight, but he may have had a conflict, so he's the administrator of the JIF.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I think what it's reflective of in the safety is largely workplace safety, so it's a credit to, I think, all the department heads, all the workers, ensuring that they do things properly, they follow the proper procedures, use the right safety equipment, and which leads to fewer accidents and fewer claims, and that's why we got the award, so.
There is one other thing. We do have our own safety committee meeting that meets every other month and discusses issues to review the claims and things like that, and they're pretty active, so we have to thank them for their assistance over the year.
Okay. So it's good to hear that everything in town is very safe. I'm sure we can all sleep better at night knowing that. So glad we're getting that award. Let's move on then to something that's also very safe, fireworks. All right. So we're going to bring up our committee for the 4th of July fireworks, which I know we even have a couple of council members on. Caton is on the committee for a long time, right? How many years?
About 10.
10 years. Wow, long time. 8 years for Michael. Good. So we have on this council very good representation on one of this town's favorite events. We think these are some stalwart gentlemen coming up to present on this, well-known town regulars who are involved with this committee for a long time and do such a wonderful job. So we're going to hand the microphone over to you, and please let everybody know what we can expect this July 4th.
Guys, want to stand over here? All right, I'd like to thank everybody for coming, for allowing us to say a few words. This year is 250th anniversary, of course, of the country, so we're going to have an outstanding 4th of July celebration. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning with a car show. And it's a little bit different this year that we're doing with the car show is because last year everything was done on paper. This year everything is done digitally. So those who want to register could register early. They could, Ron, why don't you come up here? And they register, there's a barcode that they can register on. When they get there, all the cars will be digitally registered. Anybody, when we start voting, everything is going to be done on their phones. So that's going to be a great event. After we do the great event, of course, you know, we have good activities that are going on all day. The big main stage at the night, we have the New Power Soul, which is, they do Frank Sinatra, Bruce Springsteen, Bruno Mars. So it's going to be a great activity. And of course, there's great activities that are starting from 9 o'clock in the morning all the way until almost 11 o'clock at night because the fireworks started about 9:05. This year, like we did last year, it's going to be a great event because the fireworks are going to have music, and it's all going to be, you know, patriotic music while the fireworks are being done. But just to let you know, because the fireworks and the activities for the whole day are quite expensive. So a couple of years ago, we used to have lawn signs. And what we did is we changed the lawn signs 2 years ago to a digital truck. So a truck comes and all the people that have advertised, you know, rather than a lawn sign is now on a digital truck. It was very successful, And we made a lot of money on that with all the supporters. So last year, what we did is we had 2 trucks. And again, it was very, very successful. And we charged $300 to be on the truck itself, and it's on 3 different sizes, and it roams around all day long to all the events. Well, this year, we're doing it again with 2 trucks. But maybe it's 2026 and people are a little bit tight, so we're looking for some more vendors. And hopefully the town council members, as we have a couple right now, who are advertising on the digital truck, so hopefully everybody should participate. Along with the digital truck, we figured, being it's a 250th anniversary, we came out with another idea. And this would be a challenge coin. And a challenge coin is, it's $20, it's 2 sides. The one side has the picture of the, I guess, the town Koopa, whatever you call it. And the other side, of course, has the 250th anniversary. We're selling those in a couple of locations in the town. We're also selling them at the rec department. They will be available on 4th of July. And we ordered over 1,000 of them, and we're down to about maybe 200, 250 left. It's a one-shot deal. So if anybody really wants to purchase them, they're not going to be around very long. I know a couple of town council people have already purchased them, but I do have a few here if you'd like to purchase anything more at this time. There we go. We got one. Anybody else? $20. Going once. We got one over here. We got one over there. We got one over there.
Town council pays $50.
We have, so $20. So I have 9 of them here, so hopefully we can get rid of all 9 of them. So that's going to be the activities for the 4th of July, and we hope everybody comes out early. We anticipate having over 10,000 people there during the day, so please come out and support 4th of July. My time is up. And here's our committee.
Yeah, if you want the people at home to hear your melodious voice. Yeah. Here. I got Fred. Here, I got Fred. Here.
I bought the first one.
There you go. This is for me and Ed.
I'll give it to you. 100 for me.
You want me to lay down? Lay down for you. That's all right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm worried about it. Steve, you wanted to make some comments, please? Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm the chairman of the car show, and back in 1991, someone said to me, Steve, you like cars? I said, yeah. I said, I don't know. How about a baby carriage race around the oval? I said, nah. So I started a car show back in 1992. The first show we had just 20 cars, and then from those 20 this year we expect 175. The show features a variety of antiques, collector cars, customs, foreign cars, specialty vehicles, trucks and motorcycles are also in. We also have a variety of automotive vendors, so I only allow in people that have automotive stuff, T-shirts, toys, etc. Spectators come from Livingston. They walk through the show. This year, as you know, we're going QR, so all the cars are going to have a QR code on the windshield. You'll be able to vote with your phone. We give away the top 20 voted trophies, and I have the mayor of Livingston go around through the show and pick out his favorite car. Hello, Sean.
Hi, Steve.
Start studying now, because we get some really nice cars. And the one that Sean picks doesn't have to be the best, sharpest, most expensive. It's something that he likes, and it's always a surprise. We also give away a long-distance award, which I've been doing for the past 20 years. And we have one fellow from Stroudsburg comes every year, I think, just to get a trophy, and we always give it to him. He's great. That's the guy with the yellow Volkswagen with the key that goes around. He calls it the love bug. So anyway, we also get hundreds of Livingston residents walk through the town to the car show. We don't charge. It's a great day. We're going to have a food truck in there. And I'm going to see everybody here at that show. I'm going to memorize all of your faces. And if you have a car, like this gentleman over here said, I'm bringing my GTO, He didn't come last year, but he apologized. So thank you all. I look forward to seeing you on July 4th.
Steve, thanks for all your work on this every year. It's always like a prime event.
Thank you.
And I think right, isn't it the largest car show now in New Jersey on July 4th? I remember, yeah, July 4th, yeah.
Mayor,
Yeah.
Mayor, may I just congratulate the entire 4th of July committee? You know what, you guys you guys and women put smiles on thousands of people's faces. You know, the fireworks itself bring about 15 to 20,000 people. 20,000 people, I remember that. So, but you put smiles. But you know what? You guys have done such a remarkable job, and thank you. And I also want to thank all the sponsors too, because this is not cheap. And we do have sponsors, and I believe this program right here will be going into the West Essex Tribune this coming Thursday, with showing everything, or the following Thursday. Yeah, so you'll have the brochure with everything going on. But just congratulations again, and job well done. And we're expecting a lot.
This year's trophy, we put on the 250th logo on every single trophy. So we've ordered, we're going to be giving out about over 200 trophies, including the participants, all going to have that logo. So it should be really nice.
Scott, go ahead.
We're going to, first of all, I want to thank for their support, because without the support, this would not happen. And it's been a great relationship. I know Mike Vieira and Caitlin have been our liaisons over the last few years, and I think everybody on town council has worked with us continuously. So the more things that we're supportive of, the bigger it grows. We did make some changes in position of a few of the things this year based on working with the police department. We're setting it up that way. All I can tell you is come to July 4th. If you have young children, by the way, the Kiwanis organization runs a great swim carnival. We do our opening ceremony at 10 o'clock at the pool, and then everything is in the afternoon, mostly for children, with great things. And we have amusements and musical performances and over 20 food trucks this year. And we have a beer and wine garden, kicks in around 3. And then at night, this group, the New Powerhouse, we got to see them at a showcase earlier last year. They were so spectacular. I said, this is great for the main stage. And it's going to be a really good evening. And then the fireworks, by the way, I always wanted to have synchronized music, and it's just like Macy's, same technology, just not as big, but we're getting bigger every year. So just come and we'll make us all happy, and we'll make you happy too. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Really appreciate it. One of the things that is easy to love about this town is that there is a real underlying tone of patriotism that runs through this town. People in Livingston love America. Even if people aren't all on the same page from a political point of view, that's not what this date is about. July 4th is, and there's a real love of country in this, from, whatever you're bringing, whatever point of view you're bringing in, people love this country and appreciate the values that we have. And it's just, you guys are an extension of that, and it's just great to have you, all the hard work that you guys do.
So, Mayor, hang on for a couple of minutes. So, Mayor, I would like to have a couple of words, and I echo what the Mayor says. 1 minute, Scott. I would like to literally extend my thanks to the entire committee, also all the services that the town provides. So you guys, I just want to give everybody a scale, a context. You not only work with the town council and the town manager's office, you work with the LPD, you work with the fire, you work with the first aid squad, and every single agency, DPW does a tremendous amount of job. So this is one of the biggest events, in fact, one of the biggest event of our township. And celebrating 250th year anniversary is something remarkable. You mentioned about fireworks with music. 100%, looking forward to it. It was about 18 minutes or so last year. I'm sure it's going to be more. The coins is actually supporting the entire activity. So not only this is a memorabilia, that everybody should have one. When we said 1,000 coins, I think Michael and I were saying 1,000, you will run out of it very quickly. And I think you should think about making sure everybody gets it, but it's really amazing thing to get it. The entire committee at the back of this deserves a whole lot of congratulations. A great job, very well done. I think it's coming back to the baseball. It's back again this year, I hear. So that's outstanding. It used to be for years, baseball game we had. Now baseball, cricket, and I know we are missing. There you go. So I am personally proud of, before being a councilman and liaison, being an active member of the volunteering committee, and I know how much work it is. So once again, thank you. Yeah. So I would like to call out Joe Gill, of course, from the recreation team, and also Yaren, who has helped out on your electronic stuff. So thank you. Great job, and congratulations again.
Oh, yeah, why don't we get a photo with everybody, just as, yeah, I think yeah.
I think you'll sell 1,000 of those coins on 4th of July. You'll sell out 1,000 easy on 4th of July. Just an idea.
300 left out of 1,000. How long is that full? Hopefully a week. And you only wanted 500.
Just one more thing.
Just one more thing. Okay. Lori Anthony is going to help us out tremendously a day of 4th of July with bringing in the vendors, bringing in the cars, putting them in the right positions. And since this year, we're going to do the whole thing ourselves because we had help last year with the Corvette Club. We're going to be doing it ourselves along with this fella's group of the Horseneck Club. But Lori's girls, which are the daughters and also the mothers, are going to help us out. There's over 25 of them that are going to help us out that morning. So we do appreciate that, and I just wanted to make sure we mentioned that.
Thank you. Yeah, the group that my wife and daughter, it's a mother-daughter group, National Charity League. Just a shout out to them because they are helping out. This all came up because we were just talking. I wanted to give you guys a shout out because without the Corvette Club, you're taking on more of a laboring order this year. And I heard from my wife that everything is going fantastic. So you're doing it better, right? I mean, so it's bigger and better. So yeah, he hasn't slept since January. So that's it.
Just a couple more weeks. A couple more weeks, you can see after July 5th.
Thank you. Good. Shift over this way? Yeah. You don't have a sign over the next man, so it's...
Yeah, exactly. Nothing center. Am I getting in there?
I've done this.
Yes, I know. Thank you, Russell.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll see you Thursday.
She came to a meeting.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, we're going to move now to the approval of meetings pending any corrections. We have the regular and conference meeting minutes from June 8th, 2026, and closed session minutes from June 8th as well. Can I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're going to move to public comment on
Make a
agenda.
motion to open the meeting of public comments on agenda items only.
You're stepping on the mayor's toes there when you're going that fast. I have a script to...
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, at this time, the meeting is now open for agenda item, comments on agenda items only. There's a 4-minute time limit per person. Anyone who wants to come to the phone, please state your name and whether you live in town. Seeing none, yeah?
Motion to close?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, we're moving now to passages of ordinances, I in the agenda. Tonight, there is one ordinance for second reading. Madam Clerk, please read ordinance 23-2026 by title.
Yes, Mayor, ordinance 23-2026, Chapter 29, parking prohibited certain times at the dead end of Shadow Lawn Drive.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Can I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the public hearing on ordinance 23-2026 is now open. 4-minute time limit per person. If you come to the microphone, please make sure to state your name and whether you live in town for the record.
Motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I'll move it.
Second.
Okay. Do any council members have any comments on 23-2026? Okay, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Meinhardt?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Buttani?
Yes.
Mayor Klein?
Yes. We now move to ordinances for introduction. There is one ordinance for introduction this evening. Madam Clerk, can you please read ordinance number 24-2026 by title?
Ordinance 24-2026, authorizing the sale of property no longer needed for public purposes to the Board of Education, the Monmouth Court Building.
Can I have a motion for ordinance 24-26 for introduction and date for second reading and public hearing?
Moved on first reading.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Kylan, please call the roll.
Councilmember Meinhardt?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Buttani?
Yes.
Mayor Klein?
Yes.
And the hearing on this, Mayor, will be Monday, July 13th.
Thank you. That brings us to our consent agenda. All matters listed with an asterisk are considered to be routine and non-controversial by the council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a member of the governing body so requests, in which case the item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda as part of the general orders. Okay. Do any members of the council wish to have any items removed from the consent agenda for separate discussion? Okay. Madam Clerk, please read all the resolutions on the agenda by title and resolution number.
Resolution 26-208, renewal of alcoholic beverage control licenses for the 2026-2027 license term. Resolution 26-209, Chapter 159, New Jersey HOA Sustaining Public Health Infrastructure. Resolution 26-210, Chapter 159, Clean Communities Grant 2026. Resolution 26-211, Chapter 159, Force Home Project 2024 to 2062. Resolution 26-212, Chapter 159, Force Home Project 2021 to 2086. Resolution 26-213, authorizing the award of a contract to Reliable New York City LLC. Resolution 26-214, authorizing the award of a contract to Jesco Inc. Resolution 26-215, authorizing the award of a contract to Chemung Supply, Inc. Resolution 26-216, authorizing the award of a contract to Civic Plus, LLC. And Resolution 26-217, authorizing the award of a contract to French and Perella Associates.
Motion to approve the resolutions?
Second.
Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilmember Meinhardt?
Yes.
Anthony?
Yes.
Viera?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Buttani?
Yes.
Mayor Klein?
Yes. We now move to public portion, public comment on any subject. Can I have a motion to open the public portion on any subject?
Motion to move the meeting on open portion on any subject?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the meeting is now open on any subject for a 3-minute time limit. Residents may come to the microphone. Please state your name and whether you live in town for the record.
My name is Jure Shi, and I'm not from the town as yet, but I'd respectfully ask you to hear my comments this evening. For generations, the people of the Federated Church of Livingston prayed in a particular place. They celebrated weddings there, they mourned their dead there, they gathered in times of joy and in times of sorrow. Through decades of worship, that building became more than real estate. It became a sacred place. When the congregation discerned that its own chapter was drawing to a close, it faced a difficult question. What should become of that sacred place? Its answer was not demolition, it was not abandonment, it was not commercial development. Its answer was another congregation. A Buddhist community approached the church and asked whether it might purchase the property and continue its use as a place of worship. Negotiations followed. Agreements were drafted, inspections were completed, deposits were paid, significant expenditures were made. For months, both communities worked toward a simple outcome, that a place devoted to worship would remain a place devoted to worship, that a sacred inheritance would not be extinguished, but passed on. As a Buddhist monk raised in the Congregational Church, I find this an especially beautiful vision. A Christian congregation chose to pass stewardship of its sacred space to a Buddhist congregation. Different faiths, different traditions, but a shared commitment to reverence, community, and service. And that is why this matter concerns something larger than a real estate transaction. The role of the church and the role of the state are different. The church exists to cultivate reverence. Governments exist to protect the liberty in which reverence may flourish. The church discerns what it believes is sacred. Government protects the freedom of religious communities to make those decisions for themselves. That distinction matters, because what is happening here is not simply the transfer of property from one owner to another. A church sought to pass a place of worship into the hands of another worshiping community. Instead, the property is being acquired for secular civic purposes. One vision saw a sacred trust to be continued. The other saw a civic asset to be acquired. Governments, like churches and individuals, are capable of making mistakes. The measure of a community is not whether it makes mistakes. The measure of a community is whether it has the wisdom and humility to recognize them. One of the great strengths of our nation is that we remain free to recognize our mistakes, to reconsider, and to choose a better path. That freedom is part of the inheritance handed down to us by those who founded this nation and by William Livingston, for whom this town is named.
Mayor,
Yeah, I need you to please finish your comments.
My hope is simply that this community will reflect carefully on what will be lost, on what might be possible, and on the importance of protecting places where reverence can continue to flourish. Because what is at stake was never merely a building. It is the stewardship of a sacred place.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Feng. I'm not a resident of Livingston. I'm a volunteer with the AABE Buddhist Temple. I'm here to present our vision for the Federated Church and to request a thoughtful policy evaluation regarding its future. For our temple, this property is far more than real estate. It's a sacred sanctuary seasoned by years of prayer. Out of profound respect for the original congregation's heritage, we have established a 7-point plan to honor its sacred nature and serve Livingston. First, church maintenance. We will fully fund repairs to the inside and outside of the church building, ensuring it remains a dignified holy sanctuary for prayer, reflection, and spiritual care, especially for our seniors. Second, cemetery protection. We will respectfully care for the historical cemetery, straighten leading stones, clean the markers, repair the fences, and keep the lawns beautiful. Third, community space. When safe, we will open this beautiful space for township charity events, senior activities, and multicultural gatherings to bring our diverse community closer together. Fourth, pastor's house care. We will perform all necessary maintenance on the existing residence to protect its structure and preserve its deep historical value. Fifth, parking lot improvements. We will step-by-step upgrade the parking surface, fix drainage issues, and add crucial safety features to all visitors. Sixth, beautiful gardens. We will cultivate the grounds into a peaceful natural garden for local residents to relax. Seventh, full financial responsibility. The temple will cover every single dollar for these upgrades. This project will cost Livingston taxpayers absolutely nothing. We truly believe the township's goal for historical preservation and community service can be beautifully achieved through our stewardship. This transition is a sacred trust. The original congregation's desire to hand over this property to our temple is a profound act of interfaith trust, ensuring that a house of prayer remains a house of prayer. Therefore, we respectfully ask the township to reconsider the necessity of a public buyout. Please evaluate if your public goals can be met through our management, allowing this original transaction to go forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Deputy Mayor, and members of the Town Council. My name is Jody Walker. I don't live in Livingston, but I do live in West Orange, so I live very close by. I'm here tonight to speak in strong support of the American Association of Buddhist Education, or AABE, and their desire to move to Livingston. This organization is not just a place of worship. It is a vital pillar of care, culture, and education for our entire community. And I speak from personal experience. My family knows the depth of AABE's impact firsthand. My mother, Dr. Elaine Marie Walker, was a proud, long-standing member of the association. She was also a dedicated educator who served as the chair of her department at Seton Hall University. When my mother was stricken with glioblastoma, a fatal form of brain cancer, AABE did not hesitate to step in. They became our family's bedrock. During my mother's final days in hospice care, AABE provided around-the-clock support to my mother. They made sure she was never alone, surrounded by peace and dignity. When she passed and the funeral home came to collect her body, the members of AABE stayed right by the side of my sister and me. They guided us through our darkest hours, and they ultimately officiated over my mother's funeral. The compassion, love, and selflessness they showed my family is what they offer to the wider public every single day, and why, when they asked me to come, I said I had to come and speak to you all. Livingston would be incredibly fortunate to welcome them. Having a Buddhist temple here is vital for educational and cultural purposes. It opens doors for neighbors to learn, connect, and understand one another. AABE enriches lives, supports families in crisis, and brings immense value to the community. I wholeheartedly support their desire to move to Livingston, and I urge the council to do the same. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, council members, township manager, fellow residents. My name is Annie Dong. I reside in Mahwah, New Jersey, but I have frequented Livingston often, especially as my close friend just completed her chemotherapy at the Cooper Barnabas Medical Center. I am speaking tonight on behalf of Jenny Alvarez, a longtime Livingston resident of over 30 years, who unfortunately could not be here due to travel. Jenny has witnessed firsthand the vital role this institution, AABE, plays in our community. We are here tonight to strongly support the preservation of this historic holy church and its sacred legacy. Beyond its architectural value, this landmark has long served as a cornerstone for worship, reflection, and diverse community engagement. It provides essential spiritual support, family activities, and elderly care assistance that deeply benefit community residents. We respectfully urge the Township Council to explore all available preservation strategies before any irreversible decisions are made. Specifically, we encourage the exploration of public-private partnerships that could enable the AABE Temple, a qualified 501c3 nonprofit, religious, cultural, and educational organization, to acquire and provide long-term stewardship of this property. Advancing this approach ensures that this treasured landmark continues to serve Livingston while honoring our shared commitment to historic preservation. We respectfully ask the township to work collaboratively with community stakeholders to find a solution that protects this legacy for generations to come. Protecting this site is an investment in our township's identity, history, and future. Thank you for your time, your thoughtful consideration, and your service to our community. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hey guys, how are you? Tim Foley, 55-year resident, fourth generation. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, I wasn't able to make the meeting because of the storm that we had over the weekend, and I work for PSE&G, like you guys know. But I did send a comment in prior to 4 o'clock, and it was sent to, you all advised me that you guys were notified about it. My question is, why aren't those comments public for everybody to hear? A resident concerned about something and fixed. And unfortunately, it wasn't fixed what I requested. The temporary handicap parking spots for the pool for the weekends before the summer starts, they should have been unveiled because they had plastic on them, and people were trying to park there that had handicap plates. They're used for regular parking spots during the school year. It makes all sense. But those 2 weekends prior to school ending, they should have been taken care of. And that's all my comment was, because a resident called me because she knows what, I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say, but they know what's going on with me and with the town council. So, and she knows I come to the council all the time. So I just curious why the questions aren't for the public to hear, the ones that come before 4 o'clock.
Jared, you want to speak to that?
So the public comments are circulated to the council, and I think there was discussion in conference, at least on your email, so it was definitely circulated and read. The idea is the public have comments, and so the council has the information. There was a time where we were inundated with comments at the last minute. The clerk would then have to print them all out and read them all, and it wasn't, we're here to conduct our business and the regular business meeting. This is, obviously our opportunity to talk on any subject, but, we're here to have a business meeting. But your comments are certainly distributed and read by the council, and they are operable if anybody is curious as to what comments were taken. And it's up to the council members, any that they'd want to address in public or not.
Okay, but and again, like I said, the following weekend, I drove by the pool and the handicap spots
I think we have an update, yeah. Okay.
I got pictures, and I sent the council the new pictures after the Summerfest. That's when I passed them again, and they were still there. They were torn down for Sunday, but again, because I notified the council via text. So I just think we should rethink that. I'm not sure how many, I guess at a time there was, probably during COVID, when people couldn't get here, there was probably inundated with those that I understand, but why
I think there was
cannot
some benefits during COVID. I think beyond COVID, people were using it to circulate a mass email. We had times where the same email was sent by 30, 40, 50 people, and then we had to debate whether or not we had to read that same email 30, 40 times when there was an issue. It was easier to do that, but certainly those emails come in, they are circulated to the council, they are considered. And I think that's the importance, is that you're heard by the council, because the council did all receive and read your email.
But don't you think the public should know about other comments coming from resident? I mean, this is why we need Zoom back. That's, you guys had Zoom, and you had public comments through Zoom. And again, it's the transparency that the public is upset about. And this is one thing that we really should think about, bringing Zoom back.
But your comments have nothing to do with this governing body's transparency. They're fully transparent on everything they do. Their meetings are televised, everything they say.
But the problem is they don't follow up with anything.
Well, that's different than transparency.
All right.
We did respond. You're saying we don't follow up. I would say that we were all in touch with you about that issue, weren't we? I mean, I know that this body was in touch with you, after you sent those in, and we addressed it right away at the next meeting when you brought it up. When we found out that
when I saw you at the Summerfest, that's when We talked about it, but then when I left you guys at that event, I drove by and the signs were still covered up.
We were trying to work with the Board of Ed at that time, right? I think that the issue was, to be specific about it, was the Board of Ed was usually the one that was taking those down and putting them up, as I understood it. But because the school was still in session, they had left them up. And yeah, I mean, I guess they could have been taken down on the
It
weekend.
should have been taken down for those 2 weekends.
It's a fair point, Tim.
So,
Yeah.
all right. Unfortunately, my time is up. I wanted to make one more comment, but I'll save it for next time.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Abby. I'm not a resident of Livingston. I'm a resident of Hoboken. I'm here to speak in support of the AABE purchase of the property. I first walked into the temple in 1999. Actually, I'm a friend of Professor Maria. Yeah, her daughter just left. Yeah, so when I was a graduate, at that time I was a graduate student at Rutgers. So the monk simply invited me to sit down and meditate with him. That simple act of kindness began a relationship of 25 years. Actually, it's more than 25 years now. Many of the elderly members of the temple were immigrants which had left behind their hometowns, their relatives, and much of their support system. The temple gave them companionship, friendship, and dignity. Some of these people have since passed away. I personally witnessed the monks and the nuns spending long hours at the bedside of dying members. In Buddhist tradition, helping someone through the final stage of life is deeply important, and the temple fulfilled that responsibility with extraordinary compassion. I also know a woman who used to attend the temple as a teenager with her mom, but then life brought her to the West Coast. And then a few years ago, when she got married, she chose to come back and hold the wedding ceremony at the temple. In her words, it felt like home. Over the past 25 years, I have seen this temple provide comfort and relief to people in distress, people facing illness, divorce, grief, loneliness, and the end of life itself. So I believe the temple can become the same kind of resource for the Livingston community. It plans to offer meditation and mindfulness programs that open to everyone, regardless of religious background. Such a program can benefit stressed teenagers, isolated seniors, caregivers, and everyone who seeking a little peace and support. To me, this temple is not only a religious institution, it's a place that has quietly helped people for decades. I believe it would become a compassionate and valuable member of the Livingston community as well. So, thank you.
Thank you for your comments.
Yeah.
Good evening, everybody. Town Council. I'm Geraldine Kobrick, 53 Cornell Drive, resident of Livingston for 39 years. I'm here tonight to seek advice. When my husband and I purchased our home, there was a forest behind my house, and that property was zoned residential. Somehow it became commercial, and the hardwood forest was razed. Now there are parking lots for St. Barnabas and the Spring Hills Assisted Living Facility building abutting my home instead of the beautiful forest. During discussions for the planning of the assisted living facility, it was decided that trees and bamboo would be planted to help screen. A fence was supposed to be erected, but never was. The bamboo was supposed to be placed in an area close to the building, but the landscape company for the developer planted the clumps of bamboo in the wrong location directly behind my home. For multiple years, it barely grew, then suddenly it began taking off. In the past 4 to 5 years, it has spread significantly, including into my backyard. I called for help and was directed to speak with Brian McShane. After some period of time, he came to have a look. I think I was told that a notice was sent to Spring Hills. Nothing ever came of it. I continued to contact Mr. McShane requesting his help. In the past years, I've left well over a dozen phone messages. He has rudely ignored me. I finally gave up on him. So this April, I spoke with another person in the department, Marty C. I also spoke with the town manager, Barry Lewis. I communicated to them my frustration dealing with Mr. McShane and how he has ignored my calls and pleas for help over the years. After a few weeks, I was told that a notice was sent to Spring Hills, giving them 90 days to remediate the problem. I'm hoping there will be some progress. Now I truly believe in revenge and to punish me for my complaints about him, Mr. McShane has sent a notice addressed to me and my deceased husband, indicating that I'm in violation of the town's maintenance ordinance. He gave me a list including my sidewalk and told me I have 30 days to have a new sidewalk installed, and all else on his list dealt with or face a $2,000 per day penalty. I immediately sent him an email, copied both Marty and Barry, with a list of questions and concerns, and once again, he has not responded and is ignoring me. I followed up with numerous emails, nothing back from anyone. Aside from a 30-day time period being unreasonable to replace a sidewalk, it is in much better condition than many others in my immediate neighborhood, just some minor cracks showing some low plant growth, as do many other sidewalks. It's not dangerous at all, as some others are. No one else has received notices. I honestly don't agree that my sidewalk needs to be replaced. After all the stress, anxiety, and frustration I've had dealing with this and being ignored by Mr. McShane for years, how terribly unfair is this of him? I truly don't know how to proceed requesting advice from the committee or the town's politicians. I really prefer not to have to seek legal advice. I'm not happy to have to be here speaking of this tonight for this reason, but I don't know where else to turn.
Okay, thank you. Barry, do you have any?
Yeah, I am aware. I did get involved, which ultimately did lead to the notice to Spring Hill with the 90-day abatement period. I did see a recent email. I reached out to Mr. Chiarlanzio. We're looking into why you got property notice violations, and certainly that is not anything that we would approve of, any kind of retribution or revenge. So we are aware of it and looking into
Okay.
it. Okay.
It is definitely a revenge
The
situation.
timing seemed a little
Yes,
coincidental.
absolutely.
Where are we in the 90-day period from Spring Hills? Do we know the date of the 90 days
maybe-
notice that Spring Hill
I think
received?
the notice,
ago.
I originally contacted Marty April 24th, and I think around the third week in May, I had to contact Mr. Lewis a couple of times in order to get Marty to respond, because he kind of was not responding either. But I think the notice was sent around the third week of May.
Okay, so they're still
After
within the
Mr.
90
Lewis.
days. I guess what I'm asking is, we're still in the 90-day period.
We're still in the 90-day
Okay.
period, but, I shouldn't have, I mean, if I want to be in compliance with any ordinances. Honestly, I took a walk around my neighborhood, and my sidewalk is nowhere near
Nope,
in as poor condition as some of the other ones are.
I
So-
know where your sidewalk is.
I
Your
was
sidewalk
talk-
is not in good condition.
No, but also,
If there are other places,
Okay.
well, I will say, if there are other spots
I
that
know
that
where
are not
you
in good
live.
position
You're
also,
in
but
John Weinstein's old house.
but your sidewalk's in rough condition, I will say. I do go by that area a lot. It's not the area around
There-
the sidewalk, the
I have-
grass and stuff is.
I have videos and pictures of other sidewalks in the loop around
I'm not saying that there
Fordham.
may not be other places that need attention,
Okay,
but
but if I'm going to get a notice and I'm going to have to replace I don't want to get anybody else in trouble, any of my neighbors, but I'm just saying, I've been singled out. I've 100%
I can't speak to that. I'm just saying, I
know
often
you
notice
can't.
that your sidewalk's not in great shape, to be totally
Okay,
honest
but
with you.
it's really minor cracks and some low clover growing in there. And I can get rid of the plant life. I don't like to use pesticides and whatever, but, I can. Not pesticides.
So Barry, can you follow up on the 90-day period to Spring Hills?
We'll get the date and
The
ensure
sidewalk
that
is one
they're
thing, but
doing it.
I think we definitely have jurisdiction over.
Bamboo, yeah.
Over bamboo, which is not even, obviously, we have a bamboo regulation in
We have
town,
an
that's
ordinance
number
on
one.
it, yeah.
An
Right.
ordinance.
This bamboo was obviously planted because I was here during those meetings.
Yep.
And, bamboo was.
No, I know, there's an ordinance
I have
now.
a photograph of.
That's fine. I just want to make sure, because, we do have the jurisdiction over Spring Hills. So that's why I asked you where we were in this 90-day period, so we can make sure that we follow up, make sure they do what they're supposed to do. If not, they get the fines as well. So I just wanted to make sure that
Okay.
that's where I was coming
And
from.
like I said, I want to be in compliance.
No, I agree.
But,
Thank you.
30 days is not a reasonable amount of time
No,
to
I-
give me for one thing, and, I don't want to be singled
Yeah,
out.
that makes sense.
Understood.
Thank you for coming.
Okay.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, and I love the idea of this.
Okay, your time's up.
Buddhist temple being in Livingston.
Sir, you've already been given the opportunity to speak.
Yeah, we only got one turn.
It's,
Yeah, I want to
only get
represent
one
my.
time, sir.
you've had your time, I'm sorry, we can't allow a second time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Seeing no other speakers, can I have a motion to close public portion on any subject?
So moved?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye. Mayor, may I make a comment? Something bothered me 2 meetings ago. What I know of the Buddhist members is, and the religion is, it's a very peaceful religion. And you know what? Really, having a Buddhist temple in town would really be a benefit to this town, a very diverse town. However, 2 meetings ago, I heard that we purchased the church because we did not want the Buddhist temple or Buddhist people in our community, and that is simply not the truth, okay? The truth is that as soon as the sign went up for the purchase of that church, in July of 2024, a call and email was made by Barry Lewis to consider purchasing the church for $3.3 million. Okay, that wasn't the purchase price because it came down. But right from day one, this council was on board and talking to the church about its purchase. Had nothing to do about trying to keep one group out of town. This is, and I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for my other council members at all. But you know what we say in Livingston is this is one of the most diverse communities that we have. We have many nationalities, cultures, religions. Okay, we're not going to try and keep a specific group out of town and purchase a church because we don't want a specific group. We wanted to purchase the church because we had ideas for it. And currently, right now, Livingston is the contract purchaser for that church. We've already paid for it. It's pretty much a done deal. However, I hope that you do, if you want Livingston, find another place in Livingston, but the church is not for sale any longer. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to reports of township officials. Township Manager Barry Lewis.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple quick ones. Last week, we did have our employee appreciation event. So I just, again, want to recognize and thank the entire staff and certainly thank the council. Your presence is noticed by the employees, and they appreciate it. And more importantly, I think they appreciate how supportive you've been of everything that we do. And I think that was the only thing I had for tonight. Thank you.
Russ?
No reports for tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Adam?
No reports at this time.
Okay. And Carolyn?
Nothing from me tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Ann is not here. Jared?
Nothing tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll go to Councilman Anthony for our comments.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, so the last time we met was June 8th for a town council meeting. Since then, on June 9th, we celebrated Dr. Fisher's 100th birthday. So again, happy birthday. That's quite a milestone. I know a bunch of us went to that, and just amazing. Great resume, everything he did for our country. I think MIT, like really a doctor. I mean, tremendous life, and hopefully another 100 years for Dr. Fisher. The LCDI had a couple of events since the last time we were all together. Some great celebrations to be part of. The Women's Veterans Day was on June 12th, and the Juneteenth flag raising was on June 19th. Thanks to everyone on that committee. We also had, since the last time, we had Summerfest was June 14th with the food trucks, and just a great time had by all there. Sanskriti had their yoga day on June 19th. We also had the Cancer Center, Cooper and Barnabas was today, actually opened up. They had a little delay, but that's a great addition to the town. We also had, on June 13th, we had the Knicks watch party attended by literally thousands, I think. We're at the Oval gazebo area, and terrific job by Jen and Corinne and Andy, great job. I was getting nervous. People were complaining at 8:45 we can't see the screen because it was light. And I go, hold on. You don't want to see the first quarter with the Knicks anyway. So right, Stacy. And then all of a sudden, the blue and orange started to appear on the screen just in time as the game started, and that was a blast. So great job by everyone who put that together. Let's see. We have coming up. We have, of course, the July 4th, which was the presentation today. Will this be in the Tribune? And yeah. Next week, okay. Just chock full of, the car show. We heard about the food trucks, live music, fireworks, family fun. Just the whole day is packed, and great job by our committee. They just work tirelessly, as my wife could say. They're just around the clock. So we look forward to the 4th of July and the 250th birthday party, and happy 4th, everyone.
Thank you, Councilman Anthony. Adam, do you want to I want to go back to talk about the movie screenings on the, speaking of screens, do you want to just talk about what's coming up next for that?
So next week, we have the orchestra is actually going to be at the school. It'll be at the middle school, and then all of July, we have concerts every Wednesday night, and then in August, we have movies every Wednesday
The
night.
movies are in August, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
And I just want to also just say, there is a composting program in town now. So if anyone is interested in composting, please go out. You'll see information on the town website. We already have the first 25 composters to sign up. There's a waiting list to compost in town, which is wonderful. When we get the next 25 all together, there's going to be an expansion of that program. So if you're interested in composting, please find information on the town website, and we'll get you on the waiting list, and hopefully you'll be off the waiting list very soon. That concludes our meeting for tonight. We are adjourning. Everyone have enjoy the summer, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Next meeting is on July 13th.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Nay? All right. Bye.